and goodness. We are at Jim Henson Studios right now, and I'm with the beautiful KJ Rose. She is so gorgeous. We're working on a huge project, and she's so talented, and I just want to, we were, we just met, and we were talking about, first of all, we're both negative for COVID. We took the test, so we're all good. We're still distancing, but yeah, and I was just talking to her, and I saw her sparkly mask, and then I was just commenting on that, and then she went into just you gotta be yourself and make it count, and every day this is her shirt too, and just make it count. And then we were talking about performing, and she's an amazing singer, and you can just tell her spirit is so gorgeous, and then we were just talking about how Jesus blesses her and puts her in places, and she had an article with Rolling Stone, and just amazing things. So yeah, living every day out and making it count, and doing, and not judging the gift that God has blessed us with, and just stepping into that full blown and seeing where God takes you. But yeah, I would love to hear more about your just with the ministry that she prayed, walked around the mat, motion capture, and we were just she prayed over all of us in the space.
Yeah. Amen.
Yes.
Well, I am KJ Rose, this beautiful soul stated, Danny, and literally we just met. We walked into the set. I don't even think we were there for an hour before God was like, yep, I planned this moment for you, and you will connect. And, before I start work at any set, I always ask God to help me be present in the moment so that I don't miss whatever moment I'm supposed to be a vessel in. And sometimes you think that you are the vessel not only for the one on the call sheet or just for the one on the call sheet. Then God was like, and then I have another assignment for you on top of that. And I feel like the assignment was Danny and I. So I started out, like she said, as a vocal artist, and now I'm a performance artist. I do artist development and performance for anybody who is human. Okay? So I believe that wherever you occupy your space, that is your stage. And you would do yourself a disservice to leave that stage having not maximized it, to leave it without people understanding who you are and what your voice is about and what you stand for. And that work is all of the internal work, right? The performance is the external expression, but it is, what do you think about yourself? Have you pre-approved yourself? What do you believe your offering is, right? And I think we have abandoned those gifts, those things that God has given us based on what other people said, based on our own judgment of it, but we were qualified for it from the day we were born.
Amen.
And what I realize is that you can't keep asking people that don't have the foresight to see where God is trying to take you, because what we do is we ask about 11,100 million people what they think when God has already told us, and and he's just like, hey, I need you to do this thing, and then we're just like, hey, what do you think about this thing? And you're like, hey, so this thing has been on my mind, and God was like, at some point you're gonna come back and you're gonna ask me what I said and what I've already prepared you for and what I've qualified you for. And so I truly believe that we have to stop asking permission for the thing we've already been qualified for. We've got to decrease our focus. And we are back.
And my husband called me, and we were just talking, even this instance, it got cut off. KJ's wonderful message got cut off, but if we judge it, then we're gonna get super awkward in here.
It never gets cut off.
Or I'll get awkward. It just gets better.
It just gets better.
And sometimes that's the way that it's meant to happen, and it happened like that, and we had no control over that. But if we try to control it, first of all, it's not our business to be controlling that or other people's thoughts of us. But it's now it's even better, like you said.
It gets, and you end up being led to a whole other message that you didn't even know existed. So I want to encourage anybody today that is listening to stop asking for permission to do the thing that God has already equipped you to do, right? Sometimes we put ourselves in a hold or ourselves in a box because we don't believe that we were assigned or anointed to do more than just one thing. You heard what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started as a singer, and for me, God made me make a pivot, and He said, okay, now I need you to be an assistant somewhere, and now I need you to go into corporate America, and now I need you to reach people that you have no idea why you may be in this position at this moment. But I kept honoring the space that I was in, even if I didn't understand it, and even if I knew it was not my end goal. Right? But God took my love for performance and singing and put me in a space where I could share that with other people. So nothing went to waste. None of what you're doing, none of these pivots, none of these assignments ever go to waste. It ends up being a blessing to someone else. And the moment that you dismiss it, or the moment that you compare yourself to somebody else's blessing or somebody else's assignment, is the moment that you miss it. Because we're assigned to, people are assigned to us. They're assigned to our gift. And the moment that we start thinking less of that gift and less of ourselves, then the person connected to that blessing doesn't get it. So I understand, before I came into this place today, I knew what the call sheet said. I knew who I was here for. But my job was also to ask God to go ahead and set the atmosphere so that everybody that was working in this space had energy that was elevating. And so I walked in, and Danny and we had an energy, and it just connected us. And I'm grateful for this moment, because I know that, the prayer has also been, while in a space, don't miss the moment. Like, be present in the moment. Get rid of all that stuff you had to deal with before 7 a.m. so that you can be open to what He wants to do after 7 a.m. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, so good.
So,
this is so beautiful. Thank you, KJ.
You're welcome.
This is such a blessing in itself, and then to meet you is just confirmation. And you're right. We get these confirmations, they're for us, and we just move forward. We don't need to second guess God's voice or anything. It's like He's really speaking through you. And just thank you for sharing that beautiful message.
Welcome.
You're so much like everything that you do, the author, you're a performer, you're a dancer, you're a singer, everything. You're just shining. So thank you. God.
Even in writing the book, God said 2 years ago, I need you to write this book. And I said, nope, that's not my thing. I'm going to stay in my lane, but I'll give you a little bit of a guide. And He said, I didn't ask for a guide. So the first rendition of the book is a guide. But the minute that I realized that even in that, I was still taking small steps. I was still making decisions out of fear and out of lack. And I know that I needed to take the leap that He had already equipped me for. Like, I had all the tools I needed, I just didn't have the faith. But once I got the faith and I took the jump, I wrote a book called The Rose Effect, 8 Steps to Delivering the Performance of Your Life. And I hope that if you get a chance to read it, that it gives you some food and it fuels you and you understand what your force is. Because that's really why we're here. We're all here to access our force and to offer that force and to walk boldly in that force and to know who is behind that force, which is God.
That's
so
all
good.
I got.
Amen and amen.
Amen. And look at this room. Just look at this room that she found for the interview. It's like the stage of life. And your role as you is the best role of a lifetime. And my role as me is the role of a lifetime. We don't need to keep auditioning for other roles. It's like we're just...
Come on with it. And let me say that nobody can fill your role. Right?
Yes.
I should not be able to hijack your role. And if I can, that means you're not standing strong enough. That means you have not planted your feet. That means that you have not been vulnerable enough in the space to know everything about who God made you to be. Don't let me get started. I'll just say amen.
Amen.